Well, during the month of May, when we have Historic Preservation Month, there was all kinds of activities and events that are happening. And now here in July, the fun continues to happen here in Greeley. And here to tell us more about what is coming up this month for you to put on those calendars, we have Elizabeth Kellums, who is with the City of Greeley, and she does our historic preservation as well as a planner. Elizabeth, great to have you here today.
Thank you, Amy. It's great to be here.
All right, so let's kick things off while we're outside here enjoying this beautiful day with the upcoming walking tours. Now, these are always a really popular activity for folks to do. They bring their walking shoes, maybe a water bottle, a friend or two, and walk around the city and learn what's out there.
Yes, well, we'll be having two scheduled in July. The first one will be on July 22nd, and my high school intern, Kata Perot, is going to be leading this one. She researched and developed the tour herself, and she's going to lead a tour featuring historic churches in the downtown area.
So, which leads us to where we are today, actually, with the backdrop.
Exactly. We are at St. Peter's Catholic Church, 9th Avenue and 12th Street. And it is one of 5 historic churches that will be featured on the tour. Just a couple of the others. It will be starting at the Old Park Church, which is the historic designated name for it. It is now St. Patrick Presbyterian Church at 803 10th Avenue. And we will also be stopping by the First Baptist Church building at 1091 10th Avenue. And there's a couple others that you'll have to come to the tour to find out.
Right. So as you and I have worked on a couple of projects that have involved some of these historic churches, we get the bail just in time. And beautiful buildings inside and out. Will folks have a chance to see the inside of any of those churches?
As a matter of fact, I'm glad you asked. We will be able to go inside this particular church, St. Peter's Catholic Church. I believe the pastor is going to talk about the history and talk about the recent restoration of the stained glass windows, which, interestingly enough, were restored by the grandson of the man who made the windows.
The grandson of the man who made them, and he helped to restore them and put them back in kind of their former glory.
Yes, they have a stained glass company.
Yeah. That's awesome. So part of the significance of doing the tours with the churches doesn't always just have to do with the architectural features, but also a little bit of Greeley's beginnings with Nathan Meeker, if I've got that right.
Yes, that's correct. When Nathan Meeker founded Greeley and established the whole idea of a community out here on the Colorado Plains, which he created the Union Colony Company for people to join to come out here and start this community. He founded it on 7 founding principles, one of which was religion. So it was really important in the development of the community and throughout its history.
All right, so we're going to jump ahead on the calendar just a little bit and move on to that second walking tour, which is the Cottonwood Neighborhood. Now, I've been in that neighborhood a little bit, and you definitely notice some differences between, let's say, where we are today and where that neighborhood is now.
Yes, that neighborhood is, and I'm sorry, I don't remember the location. It's at Cottonwood Park. Corner of Cottonwood Park is where we'll meet, and that information will be posted later. But this tour will be on July 29th at 6 p.m., and we will be featuring houses built in the 60s, some of which were architect designed, a very different style, and there are very different features than houses in the historic core area and generally east of 23rd Avenue. There's a pretty marked difference, and this event is a pre-Chautauqua event that is in conjunction with the High Plains Chautauqua that will be August 5th to the 9th, so this is a pre-event.
Okay, awesome. Well, I'm glad that you mentioned the Chautauqua event. That is a big kind of, I guess I want to say, historical event that happens here in Greeley and throughout the community. So it's wonderful that you're able to connect with that and have that pre-event through the walking tour. And that's a great segue to our next part that we wanted to talk about today that's happening in July, and that is a history presentation that is going to be coming up, I believe, kind of in between the two.
Yes, on Thursday, July 25th, at the Greeley History Museum in the community room at noon, we will be having a history presentation featuring Young Chautauquans performing. And Young Chautauquans do a Chautauqua-style presentation where they choose somebody from history, they research them, they write a monologue from the first first-person perspective, and then they memorize it and present as that person dressed in costume, and then they answer questions as that person.
Yeah, that's my favorite part, honestly, is it gives you a chance to, I don't know, maybe challenge the actors, but maybe even just delve a little bit deeper into these characters, like they have studied and researched them by asking those questions directly, which I think is a really cool feature.
Yes, I'm always so impressed with them. Their presentations are always one of my favorite history presentations of the year.
Yeah. All right. So we're kind of wrapping up here the last little bit. We've got 2 walking tours. We have the history presentation. Anything else you want to make sure that we mention to our folks that are watching?
I don't think so, but I hope to see you on these tours and at the history presentation. Come support the Young Chautauquans. Come support Kata as she leads her walking tour, and I hope to see you at mine as well.
All right. Well, I'm going to leave you with a couple of tips. As I mentioned at the beginning of this, make sure that you wear those walking shoes, bring along some water, or, well, just bring a bottle of water and possibly an umbrella with you. You never know. In Colorado, we may get a little bit of rain on that walking tour because it is outdoors. But bring some friends, bring some families. Make sure you participate in that. And for more information and details on each of these events, make sure that you head on over to GreeleyCalendar.com.